so sense me ko twi e ko brama se mu fa je bra so no so feko no ye de be so mo se anwumre ka se bo ka se bo mo aseda en confirm this way chocolate drink in here no se no a ene unso hie special so so special range of drinks in sunie best point best assurance wo nyina ebu e chidom na nadwi enwanum bienu eji adwa ka se bo ye kenkan e de amamo na ensem ye betodwa anwumre ka se bo mu bi ene se
Electoral Commission adwumakondi atodwa se wonomo amanyoku ahodo ni nyina akwanya emamfomso a wonomo eye wo mo nomination forms ne hono wo mo correct
na enenso so about komisa e the ballot na hyehyɛ so amanyoku ahodo a wogina se Ghana fonto on so aba no he ene wo se obibia eda eguso a ekoso ne befiri mo ba bia no YouTube kase boy mama so ensi wo ho
soafo abedi akire ya wo hwɛ wowo ekwemantam e de ato edwa ese said your man for yes efoma gudie tuo no yemra kra no won de ohu ne se enya no ene ade a ebeboa
efoma gudie tuo ho nsensem no nam so amanyuma eko baako ensia e de aban akwa pie mu okọ semra e wokurum ha na efoma gudie tuo ntimi ntina ha ense obade ne patwe hu ahia enti wo hwe ne mu se aban bi ya no e wo court
ebusuya yetoa ensem no so dia na aba beto dwa se occupy Jolobi house de mono wo kire se wo mo esan esi ginaye ebio na wahwe baby kura wo no mo edi wani ebe kire posifo ene organizers no edi ahia
Bebra kakra ni ena adisuafo bi ogentete Rally Senior High School mentimo ho ase akini edie yi niti ewo mo ntema ba akotwe apaso wo ni nua emani firi mu na nsem no kokopie mu court no crutch na woku ofoforo no ni mfie no na ho nsem no nseda nkoye ebise o 23 ebise o 18 na tese ho nsem na kwebie ho no na ne court kwa setena crutch ni mfie angasa no omudi atudwa
wei ene nsem afoforo nkaye bi ena nwumre ya je adwa ede ebesomo enuanum mienu a enwumre ya kenka amamo eyeme ama sakonkoma jesi mene
Sadat Mohammed
afe yenhwe ensem no Electoral Commission penyina woda no ma Jean Mensa e de ato edwase won ma amanyokuo ahodo ni nyina akwanya amanfomso a wo mo eye ewo wo mo forms wo mbefa aye ne ho no wo mo atumi aye nsiesie bia esefata.
After the end of a thorough review process, I have the honor to present to you the presidential candidates who qualified to contest the 2024 presidential election. We had 13 candidates who qualified to contest the 2024 presidential elections. And we have Mr. Mahamadou Bawumia of the NPP, Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC, Alan Kojo Tremantin, an independent candidate, Christian Kwabena Andrews of the Ghana Union Movement, Daniel Augustus Latte Jr. of the Great Consolidated Popular Party, Mr. George Chumberi Maidu, an independent candidate, Nana Kwame Bediaku, an independent candidate, Mr. Hassan Ayariga, All People's Congress, Mr. Kofi Akpalu of the Liberal Party of Ghana, Ekuya Donko of the Ghana Freedom Party, Mr. Kofi Kranting, an independent candidate, Nana Akosua Frimpong Kamakama of the Convention People's Party, and Mohamed Frimpong of the National Democratic Party. The candidates who were disqualified after the thorough review process are Mr. Samuel Apia Dankwa, an independent candidate, Miss Janet Nabila, an independent candidate, Mr. Desmond Abifa, an independent candidate, Nana Jepom Stevens, an independent candidate, Mr. Paul Pepo, an independent candidate, Mr. Bernard Mona of the People's National Convention, James Kwesi Opong, an independent candidate, Mr. Samuel Sapong Ankra, an independent candidate, Mr. Nia Mudabu, an independent candidate, and Mr. Asamoah Siam of the Progressive People's Party. It is important to note that the candidate for the Progressive Alliance for Ghana, Mr. John Kweku Pipi, withdrew his nominations after the filing process.
ya to aka sebo no so dia mamo ebekwa kopie mu ewo isi atenaye enyanentie se abato komisa or the ballot na hyehyɛ so amonyeko ahodo na wona wogina se independent candidate fa ko wo so woda ewo ballot sheet ne so no abato komisa gusu a woye ho adwuma Bernard Ato Ata ewo abato komisa atenaye yenko ne nkyɛn na ne ballot na kwakosi no fa mu nkyiremu emesom yen Ato Ata otime nka me adwuma akwa ba Ben
Hello.
Aha, Bernard to menka say no e dey na kwa support wa about to come Saturday.
Hello.
Bernard, meto wonka, what menka? Boye nchiremu dey na kwa so.
Hello.
Meto wonka.
After the end of a thorough
Hello Bernard.
review process.
Bernard. Okay. We ye to ahoma na hwe se ebetumu a na ye ne Bernard Ato Ata atwetwe nkoma ahoma ne ntomu enti ebeto aso ye ba ye nsaka Bernard a ye besan akwaba to komisa tenaye na ne ballot na kwakọ wi nyina no wodi mu nkyiremu aba besom ye adwuma ko ensia etebira ban e de aban kwakọ pie mu e quarter wotim se Ghana ha se bafuma gudie tu a ya na emra eda ho enti emra bi etese regulation 2022 LI 2462 kwampa ya faso to fuma gudie no ohwe ne musa ban bebe pie mu e court na emu nkyiremu no wode ama Ghana fo na ku ahudo yi ene Arocha Ghana Nature and Development Foundation Civic Response Eco-Conscious Citizens Kasa Initiative Ghana Tropen Boss Ghana and Wura Kenashigbe openyin wo convener edema media coalition against Galamsey ku ahudo yi ene wode aban akwakopie mu e court na wodina so ne central for Kasa ya Deputy Country Director dema Arocha Ghana Daryl Bosu echerecherensemu sei
groups are Kasa Initiative Ghana, Nature and Development Foundation, Tropemos Ghana, Arusha Ghana, Civic Response, any eco-conscious citizens, any Ken Ashigbe, convener of Media Coalition Against Galamsey, ye na kambum at the Minister for Environment, Science and Technology and Innovation, the Environmental Protection Agency, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Minerals Commission, the Speaker of Parliament, any Attorney General, Eco Court, Ebiom, yes, also at the application, say, a Jumabia Eco Siana, Efasa, Yaman, and Conform Quines, or Munkoye, Uncle to a former good year or Quaemuno, Elsini Nano, Yejai. Now, at the porting tia, MIAD and semi air to Jane say, see a sha, Emremuno, and can you say a bino, etumikra, and as a Ministry for Environment, no, etumi echichi, and maybe a bit mamma who quite say, Yanko Quaemu, and Kotumu, a former good year. Yea, family a sha, and Raweno, a yamra bonny pa, say, and shiny year. A day or how Cassia pan a debebre Ghana for. Into no, yes, court for the say. Ye quay nimno, or monshe, say, permit beer. Ye dear more beer something yet more quaemuno, ye berry draws our permit, and I say, Bonibe can say, a berry peel, and I say, berry vokies our permit. Na ye can be omsono obia or ye penia or won't to me say obey me ama permit entry permit say water use permit and I say environmental permit say uncle to gold ewo and I say minerals bia wo kwae mu no eni say man pa kono ekoso ye say adwuma no na omampani so tumi a LI 2462 e dey hye ni nsem say obetumi ama permission say saa kwae we mu kotumu efom agudie no yen yi saa tumi no enfri omampani ensem ye ka we ina esi bibi so say se ye hwe se ne yankasa nipa no ye hia kwae esan say eboye hu ban we kwan bebre so say ema ye nsuo ema ye yedie ema from a pie ye be home nanso esanso ye bebi a ebo Yankopan abode hu ban a ode a che Ghana man no na ehia pa say ye nyina no ye be kan bom na ya bo kwae no hu ban say yen ka say yen ban ne man no Ghana ha yes say ye be man na okay but ɛnyɛ yɛ forest mu ɛna ɛnyɛ yɛ nsuo mu na yɛbɛn mining so a ɛsɛ yɛyɛ no ɛkwan pa so yɛmfa mmara na ɛwɔ hɔ sisia no ɛnyɛ adwuma dede biara meka ne sɛ nka yɛde mining laws ɛwɔ Ghana no ɛyɛ adwuma yeah, respecting large-scale mining guidelines and regulations, small-scale mining guidelines and regulations, and can they organize this and can encososa.
Yet, Wakasi Bono, so, and Moyan for George Mekuduka, a swap for the chair, Washington, Sassini, or Badia Bobrehon, some so. Na bra, Nipekua, sorry, say, Yunsioni, a quiet, as say, and soon and Neddy, a dear Brancophobe Bray, and tea. Yemra, one way to, sir, a Fumagudi, said your bear. Yebetumye nya yensuo no ebio na no na swafo abedi a church say ene de baby om de nam de omafom enya no na beboa ye bra adwuma no a eno mansuo nani nte
Oso for be di kira wada so ye hwa asase ena obade ne patwe ho hia so ano ena onumnyamfo George Mirikuduka opanyini dia proba kwakọ piem Transeco Minerals a utofum agudie opanyini ka sai mu no ena wode to wona utofum agudie ne nkuma mu o magye na mu nyina anim sei akwa hodo a wasoro hwa ni mu sefum agudie to ne nkuma mu no aban bebra no won sori na won so wonkasa emfantie se ku ahodo yi.
Government is putting in measures to address that challenge of protecting our river bodies. It is very key and very dear to my heart. My heart bleeds when I see people boldly mining river bodies. It's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. And I'll call on all small-scale miners to rise up and fight this canker together. That whoever mines in the river body is an enemy to this country, obviously. But that in any way mustn't warrant that call for the ban on small-scale mining. And I hear people on other platforms insulting Mirikuduka because I've called for the regularization of small-scale mining sector instead of the ban. And I'm consistent. I'll be consistent. And I was consistent. I mentioned this in 2018 that there wasn't any need of ban, even though my government banned that. But I said no, I disagree. And I disagreed at that time, and still disagree that that is not the solution. The solution is to map out clear-cut strategy in protecting our river bodies. And that solution we have. And at the appropriate time, we are implementing. Ghanaians will hear from government. Government is not going to ban it. For that one, I can vouch for, because I'll keep on explaining to government the need for us to protect our small-scale mining industry that is contributing to our GDP, and it's contributing no less than 8.4% of our GDP. And such a sector, you don't just wake up and ban it.
And what change for Ghana National Association of Small Scale Miners Association, Penny Quanchre for that Transeco Minerals and no, or God nama and so did to Jabim, say from a good deal to Nkumamu, small scale miner no, in Tiamra. Any Galamsey in our Bampesu to Susadia, a Quindaho.
We have Transeco has small-scale mining. We've also got mine support license, and then we've got a large-scale prospecting lease also that we've done some part of our geochem to see the anomalies that we have on the ground. So if you see somebody on a river body, if you see somebody mining closer to road, you came in where you are coming from, we are far from the road. These are not small-scale miners. If they are doing or perpetrating illegality, we should deal with the person who is doing it, because everyone has got a name, every company has its own name. Those who are on the river bodies, what we plead with Ghanaians, let us all support to clear them, because clearly, it's a red zone. But if you look at a Chamfan and the way they are dressed and the way they've done anything, you say, oh, because these people are polluting. The difference between large scale and small scale is the scale, but the way we mine is the same. It's the same. So every small-scale miner also should work and work well. They should protect the environment. They should follow all the prescribed rules and regulations of the game, so that at the end of the day, we'll grow to be big players and then turn this country to like how we always say, oh, Joburg is this, Joburg is that. I think this is something that we all call for, and we plead with all Ghanaians.